Alright, let's be honest. Sometimes jumping in a truck and speeding down the road in Death Stranding 2 feels like the right call, until you hit a bump and watch your cargo bounce off into a ravine. Yeah, we've all been there. That's why sometimes going old school and walking is actually the smarter move. It might not be fast, but it gives you full control over your cargo, your surroundings, and your sanity. Well, kind of. The thing is, if you're heading out on foot, especially with precious deliveries, you really need to gear up properly. No vehicle means no quick escape when things go south. In today's video, we're diving into the best items you absolutely want to have with you for those long, quiet, and sometimes terrifying treks on foot. Whether it's tools to help you climb, gadgets to protect your cargo, or simple quality-of-life upgrades, this list is going to make sure your next delivery doesn't end in tears and broken containers. So grab your boots, pack smart, and let's walk this road together. Literally. I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching! If you are planning to travel long distances on foot in Death Stranding 2, the Boost Skeleton might just become your new best friend. This wearable exosuit gives Sam a huge advantage when it comes to speed and agility. It is not just a small upgrade, it completely changes the way you move through the world. With it equipped, Sam can sprint much faster and jump across gaps that would normally slow you down or force you to take a detour. If walking is your main method of delivery, this is a game changer. You will need to put in a little effort to get it, though. The Boost Skeleton is unlocked by reaching connection level 4 with the Dowser. Once you connect the Dowser to the Chiral network, the suit becomes available, and trust me, it is absolutely worth the grind. There is something very satisfying about zipping across rocky terrain or leaping down a hillside without worrying about toppling over or damaging your cargo. It is like trading in a bicycle for a sports car. Now, it is true that the Boost Skeleton is not built for heavy hauling. If you are planning to carry massive loads, there are better options out there. But for players who prefer speed, agility, and the ability to traverse large distances quickly without needing a vehicle, nothing really compares. It is perfect for those long foot journeys where getting from point A to point B as fast as possible is the goal. The floating carrier is one of those items in Death Stranding 2 that sounds too good to be true until you try it, and then you wonder how you ever played without it. Imagine having a portable freight cart that sticks with you like a loyal dog. That is what the floating carrier feels like. You unlock it pretty early, just by reaching connection level 1 with the Musician, which makes it one of the most accessible and underrated tools for players who prefer walking over driving. What makes this thing shine is its versatility. You can load it up with cargo, drop it on the ground, clip it to Sam's belt, and keep moving. No vehicle required. It glides behind you effortlessly, even when you are sprinting or jumping across rough terrain. It almost feels like cheating, especially when you're hauling something heavy and still moving like you are carrying a sandwich and not a crate of metals. Whether you're doing short runs or long treks, having that extra hauling power without breaking Sam's back is a big win. And just when you think the floating carrier cannot get any cooler, you realize you can ride it. That is right, it doubles as a hoverboard. You can hop on and coast down hills or across flatland like Sam suddenly turned into a futuristic courier-skater hybrid. Even if you are not carrying much cargo, it is still fun to bring one along just for the ride. It is the perfect mix of practical and playful, and once you unlock it, you will want it with you on every trip. The Chiral AntiGravity device might not look flashy at first, but do not let its simplicity fool you. This thing is a lifesaver for anyone serious about walking in Death Stranding 2. You can get your hands on it by reaching connection level 2 with the government's base in Australia, and once you do, it opens up a whole new level of cargo management. Basically, it lightens your load without you having to leave anything behind. It is like adding invisible hands to help carry your stuff. What makes the Chiral AntiGravity device stand out is its ability to reduce the strain of heavy cargo on Sam's body. You attach it to your backpack, and it counteracts some of the weight using, you guessed it, Chiral technology. The best part? You can stack them. The more you equip, the more effective they become. So instead of slowing to a crawl or wobbling around like a walking tower, you can move with surprising ease even when loaded up with supplies. For walking-focused players, this is a must-have upgrade. It helps you maintain a good pace without constantly stopping to rebalance your load or recover stamina. Whether you're tackling steep slopes, uneven terrain, or just trying to make that delivery without collapsing, the Chiral AntiGravity device keeps things smooth. It might not have the speed of the Boost skeleton or the fun of a floating carrier, but for long-distance walkers who want efficiency, this one is essential. The PCC might not be the flashiest item in Death Stranding 2, but it is absolutely one of the most important. Unlocked by reaching connection level 1 with Villa Libre, this little device turns Sam into a full-blown construction worker on the go. With it, you can build essential structures like bridges, post boxes, generators, and even timefall shelters. Think of it as your emergency toolkit, one that can turn a terrible situation into a manageable one within seconds. Even though the online world of Death Stranding is often filled with other players' structures, there will always be times when you are stranded in the middle of nowhere, wishing there was just one generator nearby to charge your skeleton or a shelter to wait out the rain. That is when carrying a PCC pays off big time. It gives you the flexibility to solve problems instantly, without relying on what others have built. It is like carrying insurance. You do not always need it, but when you do, you are glad it is there. The PCC also adds a bit of creativity and strategy to your journey. You are not just reacting to the environment, you are shaping it. Place a bridge across a rough canyon, and suddenly what used to be a frustrating detour becomes a straight path. Drop a timefall shelter right before a nasty stretch of rain and boom, problem solved. Whether you are walking solo or helping out others online, the PCC makes you feel like a real part of the world's rebuilding effort, one structure at a time. The machine gun in Death Stranding 2 is the kind of gear you might not think you need, until things go south fast. Unlocked by simply reaching connection level 1 with the Pizza Chef. Yes, you read that right. This weapon brings serious firepower to your arsenal. It is not the most elegant tool in the box, but when you are out in the wild and suddenly swarmed by mules, BTs, or even ghost mechs, there is nothing more reassuring than the hum of a loaded machine gun ready to go. What makes this weapon so reliable is its balance of raw damage and ammo capacity. It hits hard and keeps firing longer than most of the other guns in the game, which makes it ideal for extended journeys where resupplying is not always an option. Sure, it kicks a bit more than you might like, and it does not shoot as fast as some smaller weapons, but when every bullet counts, that extra punch can make all the difference between surviving and starting over at your last safe house. Bringing a machine gun on foot-based deliveries might seem like overkill at first, but it actually provides peace of mind. When you are out exploring or pushing through unknown territory, it is comforting to know you have something powerful on your back in case things get messy. Whether you use it often or only in emergencies, it is a great piece of insurance for anyone walking the long, dangerous paths of Death Stranding 2. When it comes to surviving the brutal effects of timefall in Death Stranding 2, the container repair spray is your best line of defense, especially if you're traveling on foot. Unlike when you're tucked away inside a vehicle, walking exposes your cargo directly to the elements, and timefall is no joke. It slowly eats away at your containers, and before you know it, your precious delivery is in terrible shape. Thankfully, the container repair spray is unlocked right from the start, so you can start protecting your gear immediately. This little canister might not look like much, but it can save your run. All you have to do is equip it, aim it at your cargo, and give it a good spray. It not only halts the damage, but actually restores your container back to its original condition. The key, though, is not to wait too long. If you ignore the rain and let the damage build up, even the best spray might not be enough. And let's be real, no one wants to finish a long, dangerous trek only to lose a chunk of their delivery rating because the container is falling apart. If you plan on walking long distances in Death Stranding 2, carrying at least 2 of these sprays is just common sense. They are light, easy to use, and they can be the difference between a successful S-rank delivery and a total disaster. So next time you see dark clouds rolling in, do not panic. Just check your cargo, grab your spray, and keep moving forward. Trekking long distances in Death Stranding 2 means one thing: your boots matter more than you think. The trekking boots, unlocked by reaching connection level 1 with the Baca in Mexico, are a massive step up from Sam's default footwear. They may not come with flashy features or high-tech add-ons, but they offer one of the most important things for any porter: comfort and durability. And when you are walking miles across rocky terrain, that can make all the difference. What makes the trekking boots stand out is their ability to take a beating without falling apart. The standard boots wear down fast, and nothing ruins a delivery quite like watching Sam start limping halfway through a mission. These upgraded boots are built to last, meaning fewer stops, fewer replacements, and a lot less stress. Whether you're scaling cliffs, crossing rivers, or pushing through steep slopes, your feet stay in good shape, which keeps your momentum going. If you are the kind of player who enjoys the challenge and satisfaction of walking rather than relying on vehicles, the trekking boots are absolutely essential. They keep Sam comfortable and efficient on long journeys, allowing you to focus on the world around you instead of micromanaging your gear every few minutes. It is a small upgrade that has a huge impact on your experience, and once you have them, you will wonder why you ever settled for anything less. Blood bags might not be the flashiest piece of equipment in Death Stranding 2, but they are quietly one of the most important. You get access to them right from the start of the game, and honestly, you should never leave a safe house without a few. They fit neatly into Sam's utility pouch, which means they do not take up space in your main cargo slots, something every porter will appreciate when trying to optimize weight. Whether you are fighting off enemies or just recovering from a nasty fall, blood bags are what keep Sam upright and moving. These bags are more than just emergency healing items. They are essential for survival during combat. Many of Sam's advanced weapons, especially those used against BTs, consume his blood as ammo. Without a steady supply of blood bags, you are either putting your health at risk or losing access to some of your best gear. And even if you are not planning to fight, unexpected damage can come from anywhere: slips, storms, a badly timed sprint down a hill. Having blood bags means you are ready for whatever the terrain throws at you. For players who prefer walking and exploring rather than fast travel or vehicles, blood bags are even more valuable. The longer you are out there on foot, the more opportunities there are to take damage. Carrying 2 or 3 at all times ensures that you will not be caught off guard when something goes wrong. And in Death Stranding 2, something always goes wrong. It is a simple piece of advice, but a life-saving one. Stock up before you step out. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.